Hey everybody, we're back. This is the West Atlanta Bourbon Society, WABS. I'm Kevin.
Zakia.
I'm Elliot.
And I'm Eddie.
Alright, these are all members of the West Atlanta Bourbon Society. If you'd like to be part of our society, please send us an inbox, text us, do something, send us a smoke signal. We'd love for you to be a part of us and come out here and drink bourbon with us.
Especially the smoke signals.
Especially the smoke signals. Birds, pigeon birds, yeah,
Pigeon
carrier
carriers,
birds, pigeon
yes.
carrier birds. We take those too.
Message in the bottle.
Yeah, all those, all that. Message in the bottle, throw it in the water, we'll find it, right.
You will definitely get a reply.
There you go. So tonight we are doing another review. This is our third review, and we are doing the Old Forester 1920 Prohibition style bourbon. It is from Old Forester. It is a Brown-Forman product. This is one of, per Bourboner and Bourbon Pursuit, one of the best whiskeys of one of the best bourbons of 2017. It is 115 proof. It's made by Brown-Forman, by Old Forester. I think it's actually made there and bottled there, so it is their own distillate. Distilled and bottled by Old Forester Distilling Company in Louisville, Kentucky. It is a homage to the Prohibition era, which, as you know, in the Prohibition era, there was only a handful of distilleries that were allowed to still make bourbon and whiskey as a that had a medicinal contract or a medicinal permit to be able to make bourbon, and Old Forester was one of those. A lot of distilleries got closed down and couldn't be in production because of Prohibition, but Old Forester was one of those, and they're doing a homage to that. It's 115 proof. We're going to go ahead and bust into this Old Forester. See what it tastes like. And I gotta tell you, Old Forester Birthday Bourbon is one of my favorite bourbons. So, and from what I've heard and what I've looked at, this one's high on my list to want to taste and review. So, hopefully this will make Zakia happy tonight, because the last two she's been screwed on. Okay, they've been drain pour to her. Everybody else loved them, but drain pour to her. So. She might be trading a bottle of Rebel Yell for an Old Forester Prohibition style 1920.
I'll do it.
Eddie might get the steal of a deal contract today.
It's got some nice oil on
Yeah, so I'll put that bottle there so you can see it a little bit better. So legs, we kind of see what the viscosity of it is. It's medium viscosity. Not too much, not as viscous as the Kentucky Owl or the Rebel Yell. I think the Rebel Yell was the most viscous out of all the ones we've tasted tonight.
I can smell the barrel in
it.
How do you smell it? On the smell, I smell, it's a little bit of spice, a little bit of oak. What do y'all smell? Tell me what y'all smell.
Yeah, I definitely smell the spice. I was gonna say I felt a little burn when I smelled it, but
Yeah, just a little bit.
that's spice, like that's strong spice in there.
Right. That's at 115 proof too. That Prohibition style. It's high proof.
It'll clear your nostrils if you got a cold there. But it's good.
Tonight, a lot of stuff that we've reviewed has been high alcoholic volume.
Yeah. Sweet. I'm gonna give like a birthday cake.
There is a distinct difference.
Yeah. Give give the bananas and the vanilla and all that good stuff, but
Yeah, I'm getting the vanilla, the bananas too. But I am getting a little bit of that almost the frosting on the birthday cake.
Yeah.
Like the cream frosting. Cream frosting on this, yeah. Very sweet, very vanilla-y. But it does have a pinch to it, a little burn to the nose.
Yeah.
The alcohol, you can definitely smell the alcohol. You can smell the 115 proof. It bites you in your nose. It does do that. So let's take a taste and see what it tastes like. Whoa.
Yeah. You taste that proof.
Yeah.
It's strong, but it's got a lot of flavor.
A lot of flavor.
Yeah.
Now, oh, Jesus. There's no age statement. I'm trying to talk. Give me a second there. There's no age statement on this, so it doesn't tell me how old it is. We're not really sure the age of this. It does taste kind of young. It tastes young. I'd say between 6 and 12 years, maybe. That's maybe even 6 to 10. Yeah, maybe 4 to 10. Yeah. It's definitely not 12 years. There's a 12-year peak that you can taste. It hasn't hit that 12-year peak.
So, would that fit the Prohibition style? Like, cause I guess during those days they didn't really age it like that, right? They weren't aged like you didn't have 12 and 15 or 16 year.
True. Well, they had a lot more stock back then. Bourbon boom just started in the late 90s and early 2000s. But bourbon historically has always been aged very long because of the fact that now not the regular stuff you buy on the shelves. I'm not talking about the Jim Beam that was 4-year straight to be considered a straight Kentucky bourbon. It has to be aged at least 4 years. But usually bourbon used to be aged longer because they couldn't sell all of it. So you get a lot more aged product. Now that the bourbon boom has kind of bolstered, even Elijah Craig and some of the brands have dropped their age statement from 12 years to 7 to 9 years because they're trying to push out product, whereas they used to make a much older and more bolstered product. As I've said in other posts, 12 years to 15 years is where a bourbon takes a astronomical leap to good bourbon. Anything under that, you can taste it, and then over that starts to get real oaky, which is good. I like the oak. Some people don't. Some people say it loses and it gets more tannic. I like that tannic oak taste, but to each his own palate profile. But it definitely has a burn.
Yeah.
But it's full-bodied feel though, full mouth feel, I'd say. What do you taste, Eddie? How do you feel about this?
Tastes a little nutty. I really admiring the smell. I think it tastes a little cherry.
Yeah, a little cherry, I do. Yeah. What about you, Zakia? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, darker cherry.
I like this, but I want to try it with some water.
You like it? Okay, but you want to see with the water?
Yeah.
So now we'll add the limestone, Kentucky limestone water. The limestone water is actually what they distill it with. So it's said to bring out some of the flavors. Usually, like I said, 110 is my mark to add water. This is 115, so it's definitely one that I would usually add water to. But like I said, because of these posts, we go ahead and add water to everything just to see what it does to the actual bourbon. That was a hefty bit of water there. That tells me she sees a big burn in this when she put a big squash of water. And the reason why you put the water in is there's fatty esters in alcohol that they bind together. So when it sits, it binds. And that's what hits your tongue and makes that singe and that mouthfeel. When you add the water to it, it depolarizes the esters. It takes the negative and positives and breaks them up, and so they attach to the water. And because of that, it opens up the flavor and makes it a lot more palatable.
Now, the smell did change.
That it did.
Trying to place it.
The spiciness went away a little bit. The burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't have one to taste though.
I smell a little more butterscotchy now.
That's what it is.
Yeah, butterscotch.
prefer it without the water.
You prefer it without the water? So Eddie prefers it without the water. Elliot, how do you feel, sir?
I actually liked it better with the water, strangely enough.
Okay.
And usually I don't like to cut my drinks with water. Like I tend to like it like the way it was bottled is like I guess I'm a purist in that. But this one with a little bit of water, I liked it a little bit better.
Now to go to your purest thoughts, we're adding Kentucky limestone water, which is actually what it's distilled with. So it's bringing it back to its original state.
Oh,
It is watering it down, but it's adding what they distill it with when they run it through the still.
okay.
So it'll bring out some of the actual flavors, which, that goes back to the purity thing of it. But it does dilute it down a little bit, so you're right. So you like it with the water.
I like it with the water a little bit. It might just be because this was a high proof one, right?
115,
Yeah, so maybe that's also contributing to that. With cutting it down a little bit, it makes it a little easier to drink.
How do you feel, Zakia?
I'm thinking without
Without the water?
the water, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta side with Elliot. I like the water in it. It had that afterburn that I don't like. I have a hiatal hernia, so I don't like any kind of afterburn. It makes me feel like I'm gonna throw up. The water actually took that out, and it opened it up a little bit. I tasted a little more sweetness, a little more cherry, a little more vanilla. A little butterscotch came through. I actually enjoyed the water. I enjoyed the water with it. So me and Elliot seemed to like it with the water, and Eddie and Zakia seemed to like it without the water. So
It seems like with the water, it brought out more. It made it burn more from at
That's
least from
kind of
my
what I
palate.
felt
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I don't know if I didn't put enough in or.
Mm-hmm.
I only put a couple drops in. She put a whole squirt in.
So I put like 4 drops in. So
Four
Yeah,
drops, yeah.
I did like 4 or 5 drops.
Yeah, I was like 3 or 4 in. So it just depends on how you feel in your palate. So the Old Forester birthday bourbon. How much did you pay for it, Eddie?
$60.
All right, this is donated by Eddie. Eddie donated this bottle, $60. So at $60, we're gonna ask you: would you buy it? Would you try it at a bar? Would you buy the bottle, try it at a bar, or bust? Is it drain pour?
I would buy it. I don't think I would take the time to buy it at a bar because I don't want to pay the markup on it. So it's good enough to keep on my shelf, but I'm borderline alcoholic. So if it's good enough to be on my shelf, that means I'll be going to it often.
Yeah, so it's like a daily drinker for you.
Yeah, oh,
Okay.
definitely. Like after a long day at work, not a special occasion. Or this is like, okay, I'm ready to have some bourbon. Let me go grab this. I know I'm gonna enjoy it.
Get it in. Get it in.
Would there be a secondary markup on this?
In
Probably not.
some markets, not really. They had enough production of this that you can pretty much find it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a bottle that's readily available, so there's not a real secondary markup on this.
Which kind of goes to my point. That's kind of my I'm right in line with that. My taste profile on it. I don't see the speciality in it. So I pay retail for it. I keep it on the shelf and I drink it on a regular basis. But not special enough to go, oh man, I'm at a bar. Give me some of that. No.
Uh-huh. So what I'm seeing is if you go back and look at all of our reviews, guys, Eddie always says the special stuff that he really likes, he'd buy at a bar. Whereas the stuff that's an everyday pour, he'll buy the bottle at home.
I'll keep.
Yeah, he'll keep. Because he's going to drink it. He's going to drink through it.
Right.
So he doesn't want to drink through something that's really nice. He'd rather have that as a special occasion at a bar.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the good stuff, the special occasion stuff, is the stuff that he says bar. The stuff that he says bottle to is everyday pours.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Hmm.
So, Elliot, how do you feel about this, sir? Bottle, bar, or bust?
I would do bar. Like if they had it at the bar and I was looking for a bourbon that I wanted to try, I would order this and I'd give it a try. I don't think I would keep this in my stock at the house though. I think the afterburn on it was just a little bit too much for me. And I guess I'm kind of like you, like
Yeah.
I like sunburn, but this had a little bit too much afterburn. Like I was still feeling the afterburn, like in between everyone else taking their tastings and giving their opinions. I was still feeling a bit of an afterburn on it. So for me, that was a little bit too much. So, but I would do it at a bar if it was there, if it was available.
I think I'm an alcoholic for real.
Yeah. Zakia, how do you feel?
Okay. So I would say I would have this at the house.
You have this at the house. This is the
Yeah.
bottle you buy.
And the bottle I would buy. So, cause $60, I can't. The markup at a bar
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it to part,
It's
right?
not
To
worth
market,
it.
right?
At
You're
the
gonna
bar.
pay $10, $12, $13 for
No,
it
you
when you can just buy a bottle, right?
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna pay like $40 for that.
Yeah.
No, not 40.
Probably like
Maybe
12,
like,
13, 15,
yeah,
maybe, yeah.
18, something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
Yeah, so, cause then by the time you have like 2 or 3, you could just bought a bottle.
Right, you could just bought a bottle.
Yeah.
See, so Eddie and Zakia tend to think on the same idea of if it's an everyday drinker and something I can drink but it's affordable, I won't buy it at a bar. The bar is for special occasion, really good stuff. So if you're looking for the good stuff, it's probably the stuff that they say bar to, and me and Elliot say bottle to. Okay, we have a different opinion on it. See, my thing is, if it's really good, I know it's going to be $60 to $100 at a bar. I'd rather just buy the bottle. Whereas if it's something that's, I'll buy it at the bar because I don't want a whole bottle of it. So my opinion on this is, yeah, I'm more leaning towards the bar. You know, if I just want something to drink, I don't want to spend a lot of money. Would I have it in my bottle repertoire? Yeah, I would, because you know what? It has a different profile, and I'm all about unique stuff. So the Old Forester is very unique. Of course, their birthday bourbon would be my go-to. This would not be what I go to, guys. I would not drink this every day. This is not something I really enjoy. I kind of like Brown-Forman's product once they hit the 12-year mark. So this does not hit that mark. It has a burn to it. It's higher proof than I'm used to drinking, so it's not really what I kind of want to deal with unless it's a really high, expensive bottle. But I have different tastes. I'm a you know, I'll drink Pappy on a special occasion. Not many people out there drink Pappy just on a daily basis. So you know, I have a different palate type, I guess. So out of 1 to 100, we're going to do a score, starting from Eddie over there. And anything under about 55 is pour it down the drain, it ain't worth buying. 55 to 71 is, I'll mix with it, but it really isn't nothing special, nothing I drink straight, because I just mix it with ginger ale or Coke. Anything from 71 to 79 is, it's a pretty decent bourbon. It's something that it's an everyday drinker, but it's nothing special. Once you get from 79 to 89 or 80 to 89 is, wow, that's a really nice bourbon, something nice I'd have on my shelf. And then 90 to 95 would be, oh my God, it's a really good bourbon, I gotta get a bottle of that. Anything over 95, 96 and above it's the nectar of the gods. So how do you feel about this one, Eddie? Where would you rate this one?
I stamp this one at an 85.
85.
I definitely want to keep it on the shelf. It's the one that I would, again, alcoholic tendencies. If I run out, I'm going right back. I see it, I'm going to grab it.
Right.
So it's definitely a buyer for me.
Okay.
And then
Like an everyday drinker almost?
almost like an everyday drinker.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't actually drink bourbon every day. I would like to, but I don't. But that's a go-to for me, so I do that. So I give it an 85.
85.
I like the flavor. That burn that you guys talk about, that's like stress relief for me. So I'm thinking after a long day, I sit down, man, and be like, it's burning all the way, So that's kind of what I'm looking for,
See, my face is frowned up enough at work. I want to come home and drink something that doesn't make my face go, oh!
Something to make you relax.
I'm already like, oh, I hate my fucking job. You know what I'm saying? I want something that, you know, kind of, that's nice. This is why I work my ass off. Elliot, how do you feel, sir?
So, I would probably put this right around a 75 or so. Again, I'm not. I like a little bit of afterburn, but I felt like this had too much afterburn in it. I would order it at a bar, but there's a caveat with that. You know, if you're at a bar that's gonna have something like this, they'll probably have a list of other bourbons and scotches in there. So I would be conflicted as to whether or not I would actually, like, amongst the other choices, would I choose this one?
Probably not.
Probably not, and that's kind of why I'm putting it at a 75. I would probably mix this with a ginger ale, just again trying to take off some of that afterburn. Which again, if you're the type that likes these things neat, for me drinking it neat, I probably wouldn't go to this. The afterburn was just too much for me. Not to say that it's bad, it just didn't work for my palate.
Right. And that's why we have this group. This group has different palates. That's one thing I love about the West Atlantic Bourbon Society. We all have different palates, and we don't discriminate. We're not 130 highfalutin bourbon drinkers. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're different palates here. Zakia, how do you feel?
I would say probably like an 87. So.
Higher on the list, everyday drinker, huh?
I mean, I wouldn't mind. Probably with one of those ice balls, those big ice balls, where it would, you know, really melt really slow. Then I could see myself doing with one of those. So, yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna lean towards Elliot again. We just have the same palate, guys.
Yeah, we switch seats here.
Right. We need to switch seats because obviously we're in the wrong seats here. But I'm leaning towards the 77 to 82, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mix it with ginger ale because I don't mix anything with ginger ale or Coke anymore, unless it's just crap. But it wouldn't be something I'd just drink every day either, you know. It doesn't fall in that 81 to 89 day daily drinker for me, but I am a highfalutin drinker, okay? I'm one of those 130 highfalutin happy sitting outside for my bourbon retarded connoisseurs. So, I mean, to me it has too much of a burn, like Elliot said. It's just not there for me. I love the Old Forester birthday bourbon. Again, I'm going to go back to that. Old Forester Brown Foreman, if you're listening to us, send me samples of your birthday bourbon. We want to try this. I want them to try this. We will drink it. I need samples of that because I love that. So every year I'm fighting these liquor stores and arguing with people trying to get my year of Old Forester birthday bourbon. And I'm tired of doing that. Okay, Brown Foreman, I'm going to need you to send me a bottle. I need my personal bottle. Like Carrie up at North Atlanta Whiskey Society. Shout out to Carrie. Wish I was like you. You're my hero. Yeah, it just wouldn't be something I'd drink every day. It's just not my favorite. And which is funny because Carrie was the one who said that this was his bourbon of the year. So shout out to Carrie on that. Yeah.
He's with us.
He's with y'all on that. So, same palate. Y'all guys need to go drink together. I'll drink up all his Pappy rye that he got on the shelf over there. But, so this is the West Atlanta Bourbon Society. This is our review of the Old Forester Prohibition Style 1920 bourbon. Check us out. See us later on. Come join us. Call us. Email us. Carrier pigeon. Facebook us. We want to hear from you. We want you to be part of this. All right, guys. Check y'all later.